And since we've been talking about M&M, it's the big stock in focus. The shares have tanked despite a strong Q3 and new launches. Also, a very warm welcome to their latest EV offering. Puneet is joining in to provide more context. What's happening today, Puneet, with M&M?
Well, definitely, it's the EV number that is in focus at around 30,000 units bookings on the first day. But essentially, just to make a comparison with when Thar was launched back in August of 2024, they got bookings of roughly about 1.7 lakh units in the first hour itself. That's roughly 3 years of their sales that they got in the first hour when it was launched. In the previous fiscal year, they'd done about 2023, they did about 61,000 units of the Thar. So in that comparison, that number currently of 30,000 and based on the company's production capacity, that might be 6 months of number that they've gotten in the first day itself. While overall as a number itself, because it's more premium and the pricing is roughly about 30 lakh rupees, it might not be as bad as the market is projecting it to be. I think the expectation of phenomenal success on each launch is something that's adjacent with something like Mahindra and Mahindra. So while we've discussed the key details since the mornings that roughly about 30,000 units and that's roughly about the split also XCV90, which is the price that 30 lakh rupees has gotten 56% of the overall bookings. The one important number according to me was the premium. All roughly about 73% of all this booking of 30,000 is at the premium end of both models combined. I think that was one of the key aspects for me. Specifically, I think Nomura also has made 3 key points in their report today. They mentioned that they believe M&M has the potential to be the #1 player in battery electric vehicles market in terms of revenue share by FY26. And they've also said that they're expecting higher PLI approvals as well as local sourcing to be a key competition versus players who import the products currently in India.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Puneet. No real reason that one can see. Maybe the booking numbers, which were very robust, were not as much as the street expected. That is one thought that could come to mind, but 4.5% up. The other thought that could come to mind is what is happening with US tariffs. Is that the pain point? And possibility of reciprocal tariffs across the world, what it means for auto players. Gautam Trivedi, co-founder and managing partner in Nepean Capital, is with us. And on this special conversation, I'm actually going to kick off the conversation. Gautam, great to have you on. Thank you so much for speaking with us. I'm actually going to kick off the conversation with the point about US tariffs. Now, it's that one big uncertainty out there, right? And as far as India is concerned, if there is reciprocity of tariffs, it is going to hurt us. We have a positive balance of trade with the US, and we have significantly higher tariffs. In some cases, the differential is as high as 30%. Is that something that could skew or sour the sentiment for equity for some time?
US is only one of our trading partners. So the fact is that the Trump administration has directed the Commerce Department and the US Trade Representative delivered basically a report on where the reciprocal trading status lies with the whole world, the US and the whole world. So I think the Commerce Secretary nominee, Howard Lutwig, has basically said these studies, the study of the report, should I say, should be completed in the next 6 weeks by 1st of April. Now, we have currently a $45.7 billion trade surplus with the United States. That's the number for 2024. However, that number has doubled from 2015. So the point is that either, I guess, they come up with tariffs against India, or they give a time frame within which the tariffs for US goods imported into India are lowered, or maybe they work out a defense deal. So there are multiple possibilities. But the fact is, I think the fact that our Prime Minister, was one of the first global leaders to actually land up in the US and meet President Trump, meet Elon Musk, and other senior members of the cabinet is obviously very reassuring. But we'll know in 6 weeks what happens.